Everyone, this is Kim with Abundant Life Tarot, and it's that time again. It is May 2018's Life, Love, and Abundance readings for all 12 astrological signs. So, you know, it's one of my favorite things to do because I've been doing it for a while, and if I stop doing it, that means it's no longer my favorite thing to do. But I just wanted to do my usual intro and also to say that, hey, if you happen to be watching this video and it's not May, that's okay. This sign could be applicable to the time period that you are watching it. And also, I am going to be incorporating a new deck to you all, but not to me. It is the Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle. I decided to use that in lieu of tarot. So this month it's primarily going to be an oracle reading, unless I am called to pull out some tarot, probably for the love portion of the reading. I could see me possibly needing to consult the tarot, but I haven't decided yet. The reason I'm using the Mildred Payne is a lot of people have been curious about this deck and they want to see it in action, work in action, if you will. It's one of my favorite decks, and it also acts like a tarot in the way that it answers questions. And it's really accurate, and I love it to pieces. So that's what we're going to be doing this month. It'll probably change again like it always does because I've got a few decks and I like to play with them all from time to time. So yeah, there you go. And then also just to say as a quick reminder that this is a general reading, so not all questions can be answered in a general reading and not everything can be covered. I try to keep it as expansive but as detailed in the readings as I possibly can. But if you find that you have more questions that you'd like to get answered, book a reading with me. You can go to abundantlifetarot.com for my reading options. I have several that you can choose from. Or you can go to my Etsy store. Abundant Life Shop is my Etsy store. And there's some reading options there as well. I offer live readings. I do, but they have to be scheduled in advance. I do offer video on demands, which is my most popular way of giving the readings, is sending a video link to you, because then you can watch it anytime. You just send me your questions and then I run the tarot and record the video and I email it to you. Or we could find another format that may work best for you. Maybe chat or maybe text. I don't know. I'm open and flexible with that. But yeah, check it out. If you've never did a reading before, it is quite an experience that you should not deny yourself. So definitely check me out if you are needing something more in depth than your monthly astro reading. So that's the little shameless plug that I'm plugging in. But otherwise, just sit back, my beautiful friends. Sit back, enjoy, get your favorite beverage on, and let's get started. Let's dive right on in. Happy May 2018, or whenever you're watching this. And thanks so much for watching. Hi Cancers, we are doing your May Life, Love, and Abundance reading for this May 2018, or for whenever you watch this video. Spirit, we are asking for the overall overarching energies and themes that Cancer will be dealing with or facing or working through in the month of May. Cancer. What's going on with Cancers for the month of May? Beautiful. Okay, so in the month of May we have healing, radiate, and awakening. So this month there is a lot of healing for you. Perhaps there was some healing going on starting in April that is continuing into May. And now you're at a point where this healing is allowing you to radiate your beautiful light And it's causing awakenings for both yourself and others around you. Your loved ones are bearing witness to this beautiful transformation that's been happening in your life. And now it is really coming to pass in May for you. It's quite beautiful. Let's see what the Mildred Payne has to say about the month of May for you, Cancers. So the first question, and we are going to do a 3-row reading where I look for three or four cards. And we're asking the first question of what do Cancers need to confront in the month of May or face in the month of May. Okay. What tools can Cancers use in the month of May to help them deal with what they need to face? What tools? I'm going to shuffle everything first and then do the reading. And then finally, what will happen? What's the outcome for Cancers in the month of May? And this also deals with life, love, abundance, coupled or single. Oh, there's something that fell. I'm going to have to detach my mic to get it. Let's see one more. Oh, okay. I'm going to detach my mic so I don't take. Okay. Okay, so here we go. So what do we need to confront? What we'll be facing in the month of May is the Stick card. And here we go. We have the Stick. And the Stick is about branching out on your own this month. It may represent you reclaiming your power, you taking authority over your body, really taking command of your healing that's been going on in your life. You are in control of that. And we have the 30 card, which is Will. This is showing that you finally are starting to make progress in your healing journey. And it's a beautiful time for you. It's about venturing into your own destiny. And it's about, coming around full circle for some of you. Let's kind of bring that in close. Coming full circle. And then we have the Puppet. At some point in the past, for some of you Cancers, there was some manipulation going on where someone was trying to manipulate you, have control over you, and it caused some emotional scars. This is showing us now that you are finally starting to gain dominion over that situation, and it's no longer holding power for you in your life. You are having healing from that situation. And then finally we have 51 for Spider. And it says strong and powerful female energies, carefully designing one's life. So in the month of May, through it all, now that you've gone through this healing and now you're in an awakening time, you are now designing your life. It is no longer where you are reacting to things that have come up to you. You are now planning your future. You're in a powerful place now where you can now create and now manifest your dreams into reality. And then the tools that you will use is 59 for ribbon. And this is saying that you are now in happy times. So be grateful for this beautiful time. Celebrate, get together with friends, appreciate the beautiful things that are coming up in your life. Appreciate your beautiful home. Appreciate your beautiful family. Appreciating and being in gratitude for the beautiful things in your life. And that's where the radiating of your beautiful light is coming through. Digging up and not being afraid to dig up past hurts, root them out, and finally get rid of them. A shovel is something where you're digging up maybe old wounds, but yes, it's uncomfortable. Yes, it's not the most pleasant thing, but once you uproot it, it now can no longer take root and cause harm in your life. This month, you're called to not be afraid to go and dig up all that stuff that's no longer serving you, those weeds that are kind of holding you back. And then again, radiate, candle, illuminate. 47 is about enlightenment, spiritual awakenings, right? Hope, life. You are having some big revelations about your life and about your part in this whole universe this coming month, Cancer. And it's a beautiful time for you. Not only have you had healing at hand, but you're having a spiritual awakening going on. It's something that doesn't always happen in our life. And right now you are in the midst of it. And you are being a light to others where you're shining bright and people are seeing you. Maybe they see you on Facebook and, post with your family and you're just shining bright. Perhaps they see you doing work that you love to do. Perhaps they see you being a very spiritually enlightened person. And then with 53 is the iceberg card. There are obstacles that you may face. There may be some hidden emotions that you need to dig up and explore. It is necessary that you explore them, and this is a tool that you will need to deal with. To see these hidden obstacles, you're going to have to shed some light on it, and you're going to have to dig up and dig around it so you can finally deal with it. And then be able to put some of these past hurts behind you so you can be able to move forward in a powerful way in the rest of your month and the rest of your year. And then we have 36 for snake. For the outcome, one of the outcome cards is fear, sexual fantasies, temptations. There's going to be some temptations coming up to go back to reverting to old thought patterns, old ways of being in your relationship with your partner, temptations to not, to maybe cheat for some, perhaps overindulge in something, drinking, smoking, drugs, or what have you. There's going to be a temptation for that, to fall back in your old ways. But this card next to it, the cup or the chalice card, is calling you to look at the abundance that you have. You are an abundant person right now. You don't need to fall back into old thought patterns or old ways that are not serving you anymore. Let them go. Recognize that you have abundance and celebrate it. You have dreams or aspirations that are yet to be achieved, but you have now the spiritual secret knowledge behind you that will now help propel your dreams forward. Whereas before, when you were maybe in a more broken place, this would not have been able to even come up in your reading. But now here we are. Life, this is about increased spiritual awareness. This is about having that exalted power. And then you have 62 for pitchfork. Pitchfork is about work. It's about rebellion, individualism, a violent uprising, and some conflict. And I get a sense that it's about revolution for you. It's not so much about this big old super conflict that you're going to have with a loved one or with something outside of you. This is about you finally having that shift in your life where now you are like, everything that kind of is moving forward in your life is because you are now spiritually grounded. And now you're operating from that place. And now you're much more powerful because of it. Exalted power. That's what's going on. This month for you, this entire month is not really about gaining money or abundance, although that is here. That is in this reading for you, Cancer. This is more about your way of life moving forward, how you think, how you manifest, how you spiritually move and have your being in this universe. That's what this is about. And it's affecting all areas of your life in a very powerful and positive way. It's really, really beautiful what's going on here. You should feel strong and empowered by this reading and know that there are beautiful things coming to you. There may be some temptations for some of you to fall back into old patterns, or maybe your lover or your partner or your husband or wife may be falling back into old patterns. But you all as a unit have the power and the ability to turn that around and be able to put your family first. And in turn, you have the power to turn things around and not go back like you were before you were in a healed place. So applaud yourself, Cancers. You've been doing a lot of deep shadow work, and it is now finally being revealed in May's reading for you. All right. Well, it's been such a pleasure to do this reading for you, Cancers. Yeah, just stay blessed, stay beautiful and abundant, and you are going to experience some wonderful unfoldments as the summer comes along for those in the northern hemisphere, and winter for those in the southern hemisphere. So much love, many blessings. I'll see you all in your next video. Hello, Leos. We are doing your May Love, Life, and Abundance reading, and we are just going to dive right into the Dear Heart Oracle. Apologize for the outside noises. I have my window open. All right, Spirit. For Leos, for the month of May, what are they looking forward to or facing? Or what energies will they be working through in the month of May? And I would like 1 or 2 messages, please. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. There is balance. And there is retreat. And I get a sense with balance, there is a call to have more balance in your life. Maybe there's an imbalance in terms of how much you maybe have been devoting to a particular job or a particular relationship. And now you're realizing that some things have been neglected in your health, your life, your bills, your home, your car, whatever the case may be. Now it's time to bring that balance. This card is also confirmation that you indeed will have that balance. But in the beginning part of May, it's a realization for you that it comes to your awareness that things have been a little bit out of balance for you. For some of you, there have been really big calls for balance, more balance in your life. Maybe you have been overworking, and now you're just seeing signs in the rest of your life where it's just time to retreat. It is time to pull back. It is time to go within. It is time to pull within. Maybe only spending time with your very closest of close folks in your life this coming month. It's really just a season to, as you bring that balance back, to really retreat, go within, do some inner soul work this month. And just like I said, spend some quality time with your nearest and dearest. Not to say that there's not going to be room for socializing and having fun, but as you bring this sense of balance back into your life, you're going to find that you need a little bit more quiet, if you will. Not so much go, 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 run, 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 do, as it's now time to just kind of kick into that lower gear and relax a little. So we'll take a look at the Mildred Payne to see why there is, why there's a need for all of that. Maybe it may give us some insight. We are going to do a 3-row reading with the Mildred Payne. I'm not doing a tarot reading this month. We're just dealing with Oracle. And we're going to first ask Spirit, what do Leos need to confront in the month of May? What will they be facing? What's coming up? And what will be in the face of Leo in the month of May? What do they need to confront? Row 1. I just need 1 or 2 more cards, Spirit. We'll do 3. Okay. Okay, so we have fire, eye, foot. Oh, I didn't see these cards, but that's okay. Not every row is going to have the exact number as before, although I'm kind of like weird and symmetrical that way, and I would want 5 per row, but we won't be. We'll just go with the flow here. So in the month of May, you will be confronted with fire, 17. What does 17 have to tell us? Passions. What is stirring your passions? What's igniting the fires of creativity in your belly? What may be some consuming energies that may be out of balance for you? And what emotions have the potential to cause a lot of destruction in your life? What negative emotions have the ability to burn up relationships that need to go in check? And how you go in check is really by retreating, meditating, spending some quiet time going within. So in the month of May, throughout the month of May, there's going to be this call for more balance. And that balance is in the area of your passions, of your, not just your passions in terms of like what you like to do during your days, or your nights, but also your passions in the romantic realm, just managing those emotions. And then 10, we have I. I tends to deal with knowledge, vigilance, keeping an eye on something, keeping things honest, you being honest, a need for honesty, bearing witness to something, omniscience. There's just a lot of, in terms of being able to see things, sometimes you have to be still and be quiet. And in the month of May, you are having to bear witness to things, seeing things come to light that you weren't aware of before. Now you're aware of that there's been an imbalance in your current relationship, or maybe there's an imbalance in your work life. Now you want to get on stable footing, and 61 is foot. I feel like this speaks to about being grounded, being stable, being on stable footing, good foot, connection to earthly affairs. So I get a sense that you will recognize the inner speaking, the inner wisdom that's telling you it's now time to slow down. It's now time to bring some more balance in your life. And I see that you getting that. I'm not going to go too much in depth because I want it to go row by row once I have all the cards shuffled out, but that's okay. Then we have Orbiculum, and this deals with also insight. So many of you who probably are watching this video is already people who have gifts, who have high intuitive insights into things. So a lot of coincidences, serendipitous moments are going to be happening. A lot of confirmations of predictions that you've made. It's going to be a beautiful time for that, actually, where next month you're going to be like on fire with your predictions and sudden insights and wisdom and prophetic glimpses into the future. The answers that you seek, you will receive all from your own intuitive knowing and practices. And then finally, for some of you, you could be in the throes of, trying to find balance with, say, a boyfriend, a lover, a spouse, or this could represent a brother, or it could represent a coworker or boss. But nevertheless, there's going to be a male kind of energy, maybe not necessarily a man, but a male kind of yang energy that you'll be dealing with and having to confront at times throughout the month of May. And this may be for some of you who this is all about relationships. For some Leos, this could be pertaining to finding balance and retreating in a relationship. So we'll see what else the cards have to say for you for May. And then we want to know, Spirit, what tools can Leos use in the month of May to help them navigate and move forward? Any other messages, Spirit? Okay. All right. So for the month of May, we have 51 spider. So a tool that you can use in the month of May is spider. Relying on your strong and powerful energies, the yin energies, the receptive energies, carefully designing your life. So spending some time this month, Leo, in taking a moment to spend about 10-15 minutes, maybe even more if this is what you like to do, designing your life. Also being in a receptive yin female energy way in the month of May. Kind of going with the flow of things. Yes, it is always also about yang energy, moving forward, taking action, doing things. But this month, it is really about, making that web of your home very nurturing. And we know this to be true because we have the house here right next to it. And I get a sense that it's time for you to take care of home matters. So in the month of May, you need to be receptive, get your home into a nest, wonderful kind of nurturing way, because that's going to be a nice place for you to retreat. Get your affairs in order, design your life, be in a place of planning, not necessarily in a place of action this month. And that's, again, just helping you to get some more balance. You've been doing, going, and now it's time to just kind of rest and have some retreat time. Let's take a look at the lovely house card a little bit closer here. Having a sense of personal identity. So some of you may have lost yourself in a relationship, a friendship, a love relationship over the past few months. This month is calling for a balance to get back to your, who you are in the relationship. Who are you? It's lovely blending into one when you're entering a relationship, but also it's very important to still have your own sense of identity. In terms of working at work, the same could be said. Sometimes we get into a lot of groupthink and not thinking on our own and just giving our own ideas. And we need to be comfortable in being able to have our own identity and be comfortable in speaking up in things that are important to us. And family, stability, checking in with your family, seeing how they're doing, seeing what you need to do to make sure your family is solid. This is very important, bringing again that balance into your life this coming month. And then we have, a safe place. Again, like I said, making a safe place. This is super important. And then also maybe for some of you actually designing a plan to purchase a home or to rent a new home. Some of you will actually be moving homes, with the spider web. This is you designing and actually moving forward with a plan to move this coming month. And May is a great month to move before the weather gets extreme. So it is a good time that you are planning and plotting to get this done. Then right next to it, we have 29, moth, transformation. The moth is all about transformation. It's also about being hopelessly attracted to something. It also could signify a clingy person, like a moth to a flame, right? Being too clingy. So just making sure that you're not the clingy one in a relationship or in a dynamic, that you check in with that. You want to be stable. You want to be attractive to your partner, but you don't want to come off as clingy. And then also with the moth, it indicates transformation. So like the butterfly, the moth, I believe, also has a cocooning period where you go within. This is your time to go within this month. To not feel obligated to say yes, yes, yes to people, because right now is your time to cocoon, get matters of your home and hearth taken care of, so that way June and July and August can be now back into action mode. But for now, May needs to be a time of rest and retreat. Then we have number 8, life, blood. You have blood, life force. In the month of May, you may be called to have to sacrifice, right? You may be called to have to sacrifice, and it could be maybe your family needs you, your blood needs you, and it's taking you away from work or it's taking you away from a love relationship, but you're making the sacrifice because it's important to you. So that may be happening for some of you, while others, you're just realizing that, again, to have a vital and healthy life, you do need to bring in more balance. You do need to make sure that you're taking care of yourself physically and making sure that your blood is flowing. So I get a sense that, it's a sense of going within, but also getting grounded into the physical in May for many of you. It's quite interesting, actually. And then we have Saturn. Saturn deals with authority, deals with gaining control. And this card has been coming up quite a bit for people, for many signs, because there's a need to bring some control, to bring some authority of your thoughts back into the fold. Perhaps you have been a little lax on how you've been thinking, and maybe you've been having some adversarial conversations with a certain loved one or loved ones or a boss, and you're starting to find yourself going into negative thought patterns. Be careful with that, because that could start to manifest things that you don't need to be manifesting. So you need to have control over your thoughts. Try to remain in a positive way. And again, that's why it's called, there's a time for, you needing to write out positive affirmations to say over and over, a call for 5-minute meditations, a call for guided meditations, there's a need for that for you, okay? So just be mindful of that. I've been called to say that and speak that into existence. Finally, let's look at the outcome cards. For the month of May for Leo, what's in store for Leo? What's going to happen? What's the outcome cards? Okay. Okay. All right, so now we have the outcome cards. We have the boot, we have the flower, the dagger, the ladder, and the sun. And then when we look at it holistically here, we see that after getting grounded, after kind of checking in with our passions, our emotions, making sure we're all in alignment with that, doing some life planning, having some fun with watching some things manifest and unfold and come true, we start to see things bud and grow and manifest here. So 20, we have boot. You know, some of you may be traveling or getting the opportunity to travel later in the year, so you'll be getting news of that, so that's exciting. But many of you are going to be moving forward. After doing the work, after staying vigilant and kind of following and heeding the advice that's presented here in these cards, you are going to now find that you're moving forward towards, you know, in your relationship that may have been in question in your mind. At work, you find yourself moving forward and having better connections, and you find yourself moving forward in your home life, moving forward and moving into a better place. And a lot of you will just simply be preparing for action and being in that receptive time of being disciplined. Discipline in allowing things to kind of unfold and things to come about. It's not so much, I mean, the boot could definitely mean moving forward, but I get a sense that because it's underneath the spider card, which is about life design and planning your web, this is really about creating the discipline. And I see that you will create the discipline by the end of May on making sure that you have a plan in place to move forward and go forward. Maybe, like I said, again, some of you will be having moving on the mind for the month of May and June. Then we have 23, rose, beauty, kindness, gifts, blossoming abilities or potential. Many of you will find that your intuitive insights have blossomed and bloomed to a point where you may want to take this on the road and showcase your intuitive abilities, while many of you may be blossoming and writing a book or working on some new projects. Maybe you are starting to do YouTubing or starting to create jewelry, whatever the case may be. You're surrounding yourself with beautiful creativity, and it's a beautiful time. This also signifies that your home life and your love life is blossoming in a beautiful way. And so it's a time to also enjoy it. And then also we have 19 for dagger. 19 for dagger says deceit, betrayal, hidden aggression. I get a sense that this is mostly dealing with hidden aggressions within yourself. Watch your thoughts, make sure that you're balancing them and taking care of those thoughts, because they can get out of control and start to spin in the wrong direction and then start to manifest things that you don't wish to have. Meanwhile, some of you may be having some situations that's coming to light at the end of the month, towards the end of the month of May, and you're going to have to just deal with it. But what I'm comforted by is knowing that throughout the month of May, you've been really doing some practicing of like Zen techniques. So when you have to deal with this aggression and these like kind of passive aggressive things, you will be able to deal with it in a wonderful way. And then we have 32 ladder. I love this card because it's like ascension. This is the high achievements card. This is you realizing your dreams. Maybe you're getting word that you can move to a new place. Maybe you've completed a move to a new home or new apartment or new place where you're living. Maybe you've gotten word that you're going to be approved for a new loan. Perhaps you're getting word that you might be getting word of a new job. So lots to come, lots of good news to come about your ascension. It could also simply mean that you're just ascending to a happier place. We know this to be true because you have the Sun card next to it. The Sun card is one of the most positive cards in any deck, whether it's tarot or oracle. This is about life, power, energy, mental clarity, friendship, close connection friendship. Yeah, this is a friendship that has had ups and downs, adversarial things happening. But in the end, it has brought you so much light and joy. This could be a love relationship. This could be a work dynamic. But it really is a good time for you this month, Leo, to really take care of your home, your body, your spirit. So that way you can then move forward in the summertime or in the wintertime if you're in the southern hemisphere with doing more action. But this is a time to really collect your energy and get ready, get yourself ready for all to come. Much love, many blessings. Thank you all so much for watching. And I can't wait to see you all in the next video. Bye. All right, Virgos, this is Kim doing your May Life, Love, and Abundance reading. It's really life and love at this point because we are doing just simply an oracle reading. We are not doing tarot. We are using the Dear Heart Oracle and then the Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle. All right, let's get right on into it. Spirit, what are the energies that Virgos will be working with and dealing with in the month of May? What energies, or what are the overarching energies? Oh, I see a card I see cards that are turned over. I don't want that. What are the energies that Virgos will be working with? All right. Secrets. Letting go. And manifest. So we will be dealing with secrets, letting go, and manifest. And then what we'll be doing is asking, what do Virgos need to confront in the month of May? Or what will they be confronting in the month of May? Okay. Any other messages for this question? And I'm doing a 3-row question here. Next, what tools can Virgos use in the month of May to help them navigate to reaching their goals and dreams? And I won't have it all. Not all of them are going to have 5 cards, but we'll see. And what will happen, or what will be the outcome in the month of May for Virgos? Okay. All right. So in the month of May, we have secrets. Whether you are holding on to a particular secret, whether it's your lover or your significant other who's holding on, I just get a sense that there's someone harboring secrets, and it's going to probably come out and about in the month of May, and you're going to have to be dealt with the decision of whether you let go and move on from here on, or do you let go of the relationship after learning of what's the secrets that are coming about. For some of you, it could be not necessarily a secret like a love affair kind of secret. It could be a secret where someone is not disclosing everything about finances. Perhaps it's old things that have happened in the past, and now you're being called to let go. And then also manifest. The manifest card comes up as far as energies going, and so although you're in a time where you're going to be dealing with secrets and having to release and let go of things, you're going to be in a time of manifesting some either some pleasant things, good things, and then some not so pleasant good things. So we'll look into the Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle on more about that. So things that you'll be confronted with or dealing with in the month of May, we have 45 for poison. Poison is something where you've had to take in, but not by your own doing, if you will. Accepting something that is harmful. Maybe you've received a secret and you've accepted the secret and you promised to hold the secret, and now it's starting to really bother you, and maybe it's now time to release and let go of what it is, because it's kind of harming you. You know, it's not doing you any good to hold on to this information. This card could also represent self-destructing or also being around toxic people. We have 55 for the pipe card. And the pipe card says this, even though you've got some secrets coming about, ultimately it's going to be a peaceful outcome. There's going to be some tranquility, and there's going to be maybe some spiritual revelations coming about as a result of dealing with this issue or dealing with these toxic people. And I know this to be true because we have the antidote card that is also something that you'll be confronted with. Perhaps there's going to be a peaceful outcome, a peaceful solution that is coming about whatever the situation that you're dealing with. It's a welcome remedy to a toxic problem. It's a cure even. It is a balancing force against negativity. So it could be another person that is a balancing force in your life. Or perhaps it could be the truth of the matter, finding out. And truth is actually your lady friend that comes in to help you move on and move forward in your life. Or it could be a good friend who gives you a listening ear. There's just going to be an opportunity to finally deal with some toxic mess that's been kind of underneath the surface for so long that in May it finally comes to a head and comes out and no longer can be a secret, and now it's time to start to let it go. And that's a beautiful thing for you. It's a healthy place to be in. Hearing news, listening to others, being aware of situations. Again, the secret is going to come out, and it's going to be a good thing that it's being released. Nothing but good now it's going to come. It's no longer you're going to have to bear, the brunt of carrying such a load. And then we have 54 for B. Hard work and productivity. So this month is no exception. You are always a hard worker, Virgo. And this is, like I said, no exception. So there will be a lot of working going on in your whole entire month. There's going to be some projects that you finally can take action on. This card is a signal to you that it's okay to go ahead. It is a green light card. This is a time where you're going to have good communication with your coworkers or with your peers, and you're going to be able to socially interact and be connected with others. So I don't get a sense that despite what may be going on maybe in your personal life, your work life and your business affairs are all going to be good. But I get a sense that secrets are going to be revealed, but it's going to be for the greater good of things to come. What tools you can use in the month of May, you have Pitchfork. Pitchfork is about, it can signal, conflict, or it can signal your ability to stand up for what's right. You can stand up against these toxic people once and for all. We have the Hag card here, and the Hag card is about, I get a sense that you're going to be confronting some fears, having to deal with some bizarre or malicious encounters, nightmarish encounters, but finally once and for all dealing with them this coming month. It's going to be, for some of you, a long time coming, while for others, you may be taken aback or taken by surprise by the fact that it's happening or that you're dealing with it. But nevertheless, it's a good thing that it's finally coming to be. We see this here with the Antidote card and the Pipe card. It's a manifestation. It is a dream come true in the sense that you're finally going to be able to confront someone about a certain situation, confront your fears. Maybe some of your fears may have been confirmed, but nevertheless, now you can move forward. Now you can see the light ahead. Now you can see what's been going on. Now there's a light on the situation. Now you know you have the strength to weather this storm. By having things exposed, you will have some spiritual growth in knowing how to now move forward. You'll be able to lean more with and on yourself, okay, during this time. And that's a powerful thing, to be able to shed light on someone who has not had your best interest, whether it's maybe a coworker, or maybe it's a friend, or maybe it's a lover, or even a sibling. It's now finally time to have the light shed on the situation so you can move forward. We have 37, Pentagram. Still throughout this whole process, maintain your humanity. Try to maintain a sense of, a humbleness about the situation. you may come out as the person who may be the righteous one in this situation, but still maintain your humbleness throughout the situation and try to be of love and light and come from a place of love whenever you're dealing with other people, whenever you're dealing with a situation. Always ask yourself if it's coming from a place of love. Okay? And for some of you, this is dealing with a love relationship. This is dealing with a potential, for those who may have been single, a potential person who could have been a love interest, but now you're kind of seeing them for who they are, and now you're kind of seeing the toxic kind of situation that they are kind of bringing to you, and you don't really want any parts of it, and that's understandably so. So allow that inner strength in you to not just for the sake of dating someone, just settle for things that kind of cross you and you don't want to deal with. I mean, the pitchfork to me is about individualism, standing up for what's right, standing up for what you need to stand up for. And if you have to go ahead and end a relationship, so be it. If you need to let that go so you can manifest a bigger and more better love life, then that's what you so need to do. Finally, we look at the outcome card, or what will happen in May, throughout the month of May. We have 46 umbrella. With the umbrella, protection. Ultimately, you will see your connection to the universe and your connection to God, spirit, or your God, your spirit. You'll realize that you have been protected, you are connected, and you are, you're not out here to just be left to dry or left to get rained upon. You have some protection in this situation. You have some sanctuary. You have friends who are sanctuary for you. It also, like, for some of us who grew up in a very superstitious home, it could mean a bad omen in terms of like an umbrella when it's open, fully extended. It could mean, a bad omen for some people. Like, this is talking about what's happening in the beginning, in the middle part of the month, dealing with this toxic situation. But then, and dealing with destructive emotions from someone, either putting that upon you or maybe you feeling some destructive emotions as a result of this situation going on. But I get a sense that once this is dealt with, once you have really worked through those issues, the middle to end of the month is really a good time for you. The broom, you getting your situation and your affairs in order. You're getting your home life and your domestic duties and chores taken care of. Some of you are finally able to get some peace in life and being able to have some sensual and sexual connections with your partners or with new ones, new connections. But being able to finally get to a place again of having a little fun, and also in a place of being able to design your life, plan your life, create that web, being in a place of manifestation, finally getting back on track in terms of planning your goals, achieving your goals, but in a way of, literally designing your life, and then in the next coming month, really taking some action steps. But this month, and particularly towards the end of the month, you'll find yourself planning and designing your life like the spider. It creates the web. You will be like the spider in terms of strong and powerful yin energies, or female energies of receptivity in terms of manifest. When we manifest, there's two parts. There's the action part, but then there's the receiving and the yin part. And so right now you're in the yin part, the creation part, like where you're thinking about it, you are designing your life. Then you go into a yang part of the cycle where you're making action steps, and then you go back into a female yin part where you're receiving what it is that you have taken action on. So right now you are in that yin place of designing, and just enjoy it. Enjoy it for what it is, and just know that this toxic situation is here to teach you, about learning to let go of relationships that no longer serve you, feelings and emotions that no longer serve you. Even if it's close relationships, sometimes you have to get to a place of letting go. And the cure could be knowing that, having power, reclaiming your power after the secret is released. So that is what I wish to share with you all today. I thank you all so much for watching this video and my other videos. Many blessings to you, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.